Hello, Virgo. So this is a pick 3. You can pick the Bumblebee Jasper, the Shivalingam, or the Sheelite with blue dolomite. Kind of looks like a little state of Ohio. But question that we're going to be answering today is, what do they want to tell you? And you are going to pick one of these 3. So you can go ahead and take your time right now while I make sure that we are recording. Ask your team, ask your angels, which one am I supposed to listen to? Find out. I mean, you can listen to all 3 of them. That's cool too. Let me make sure I'm not sitting on Allie. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with Bumblebee Jasper. So again, question is, what do they want to tell you? So let's go ahead and find out what that is real quick for you. Okay, so you have the Emperor at the bottom. It says Angel of Wisdom, the 10 of Swords. So this one is a little bit smaller. Hold it up real quick for you. Then you have the 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel, exchanging gifts. And then you have Groundhog Spirit. And at the bottom it says time to let go. So your message is coming from a male, a mature male, an older male for most of you. So this could be someone, it's not, they're saying could be like 40 plus, 45 plus, but it's someone who's mature. Someone who has matured emotionally recently, they're saying, because they have gone through some things that have helped them heal, help them grow, have helped them evolve, have helped them mature. And they are in this process of resolving a problem that they have. So they have been having a problem with love, with a relationship. I don't know if you can see this groundhog is actually nibbling on a heart right here. So they have been in a very difficult relationship. They have felt stuck. They have felt imprisoned in this. They have felt trapped. They have felt like they were stuck in a box while this person was toying with them, playing with them, batting at them. Not equally, because you exchange gifts. This is also, in all relationships, there needs to be a balance in the giving and taking. If we are in a relationship with someone that's constantly taking, after a while, we don't want to be in a relationship with them anymore, because there does need to be balance. It's not always going to be perfectly 50-50, but there does need to be some balance. We can't always be giving. So they were in a relationship where they were constantly giving to this person, taking care of this person's needs. They were being deceived. They felt stabbed in the back. You can see this poor gent laying here on the ground, has these 10 swords just hovering over his back. He is done. He is over. So he has felt stabbed in the back by this person, betrayed by them, lied to by them, like they have toyed with him. Like you can see this cat batting at this thing that the string that this angel's holding while she's popped out of the box. And for some, it's almost like they never knew it was going to pop out of the box. They never knew it was going to happen next. Almost like the person that they've been in a relationship with is like bipolar. They don't know what they're going to get from one day to the next. Who am I dealing with today? But they have come to the point where they are now at the end of this hardship. They're at rock bottom, but they are ready to begin a new cycle. Because this is the 10 of Swords. So he is at the culmination, the completion. He is now at the point of letting this relationship go. It's very toxic, volatile. Let's see here. Okay. So this is actually reverse. King of Swords came up in the reverse. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the 6 of Cups. So he has not yet officially ended this relationship that he has been in, because he's not yet communicated. He's in reverse. He's the King of Swords. He's in reverse. He is not yet communicating his feelings. The problem is with this relationship, he is at this point where he's finally taken back his power. So that is a good thing. But he has stayed in this relationship for far too long, because he has looked at it with nostalgia, looked at it. He was almost oftentimes romanticizing, but yeah, if we could get back to what it was like in the very beginning. So for most of them, they were in this relationship that was great. just in the very beginning though. And that was a long time ago. For some of them, like 2 years ago. For others of them, many years. It could even go back to when they were like a child, college age. But it was very good in the very beginning. For some, it was a very highly sexual. There could have been some S&M, sexual kinkery that kept him there. But he's seeing it for what it is now. He sees it. He sees the truth. He's taking back his power. He sees that it's time to go. He knows that it's time to move forward. He sees now that the ending of this is actually, in fact, a blessing in disguise. Because there's a new sunrise coming up over the mountainside. So he knows that he has new things coming in. They're saying he has you coming in. He knows that these blessings, these good things are now going to come to fruition with this relationship being done, being over. And again, for 99.9%, it is a love relationship. There was a lot of deception, a lot of lies, a lot of trickery, but he is now ready to let it go. He now wants to let it go. He no longer wants to be in this, but he's not communicating it yet. It's not completely over. He wants you to remain optimistic. Do not give up on him. Do not lose your faith with him. The tide is, in fact, turning. And so his ship, he will be moving in a new direction. It's just he needs to officially conclude this relationship. And he is, in fact, going to do that. So again, that's why he is encouraging you. And do keep in mind, this is a general reading. So if this sounds like your story and the genders are swapped, go ahead and feel free to swap those. I will stick with what I am getting so that there's no confusion. But do keep in mind, it's general. You can turn it around. But he doesn't want to be in this anymore. He wants to let it go. He's over it. He's ready to move on. He will be concluding it. So it is going to vary a little bit for everyone because, again, do keep in mind, this is a general reading for a large number of people. So, and if you think about it, I mean, if it's somebody that he was married to, you know, you got to go through divorce proceedings. Somebody that he also had business with, they got to end up, they have to dissolve the business and the assets and split all those things up. So it doesn't necessarily happen overnight. It takes a little bit of time, but he's doing it. Okay, so group 2, the Shivalingam. Yes, isn't that lovely? Okay, I'm gonna put that over there. It's gonna probably roll away. Now, the interesting thing is when I was shuffling your cards, and I shuffled and I put this card down, and then I went to shuffle again, and these 2 cards, bam, fell out on the floor. So you were already getting clarifiers. So you have the 6 of Wands, recognition. You have the 5 of Wands. You have the man holding the heart, milk and honey, vulture spirit at the bottom. It says nothing is wasted. And then you have dolphin spirit. And at the bottom it says this and that are true. So you, similar to the first group, you have a man giving you a message. He is a man who loves you, who cares for you. He has come to this state of understanding, of recognizing how he feels for you. He's recently had a wake-up call that has brought him to the point of recognizing how he feels about you. And also knowing that he wants to fix things, he wants to repair things. Because the things between the two of you have been over for quite some time. You've got this 5 of Wands, and you can see these, they're all just bantering. They're doing battle with each other. It's almost like the ends of these wands are pinching each other. Just causing each other harm, causing each other pain. There was harm, there was pain caused. You've got the 3 of Swords and the Star card. You see this card, and you've got these cattails down here. You've also got these 2 butterflies. You know, because cattails are all about peace, making the peace, prosperity, repairing things, repairing the rift between feuding, separated lovers. Could also be friends, could also be family. So he wants to repair things. He wants to fix things. After a very difficult and challenging time, he knows that he broke your heart. For most of you, he broke your heart because he chose someone else. And he now has come to the realization that he chose the wrong one. He knows that he hurt you deeply. And he has gone through some heartbreak with having things fall through with the one he had chosen. For some, he even has some trust issues that he has had to overcome, and he will be continuing to work on in the immediate future. But he wants to repair your broken heart. He wants to repair the relationships. He wants to fix things with you. He wants to renew things with you. He wants to refill your pitcher. Some of you are just like, done. Psh, dumped out all those emotions. Done with him. Done, over, pressing on. And you have moved on. You still love him. You still care for him. A large number of you are in fact twin flames. That those feelings, they don't go anywhere. But it has been so long that you have started to think, okay, moving on from here. He's made his choice. Things have not changed. It appears he doesn't have my phone number. And life's moving forward. Life is moving on. And you dump that picture out. But he wants to repair that. He wants to fill, water's all about emotions. It's indicative of emotion. He wants to bring back the emotion, bring back those deep mutual feelings, bring back the happiness. He wants to transcend this heartbreak, this sadness, this sorrow. He wants to make things better. Now, the interesting thing, this Milk and Honey card, it's the second to last card. The last card in this deck is 52, which is the card Mending. This isn't the Mending card. This is the Milk and Honey card. So he's close to mending. Like the Mending shows these two kids talking on a phone. He is not yet talking to you. He's not yet calling you to fix things. Yet. But he knows he wants to fix things. You are the milk and honey for him. You are soothing to him. You feel things with you are very authentic. They're very true. He knows he can trust you. He knows he can count on you. You are very soothing and warm for him. He has come to the realization that you are in fact what he desires. You are his treasure at the end of the rainbow. And now he's realizing, oh crap, what do I do to fix this? Because I went Texas big and screwing this up. Because you got this vulture spirit. And what do vultures do? They eat dead things. Dead things. Now this vulture, he has a little crown on him. So he has come into his own. He has grown. He has become emotionally the king. He is no longer a prince who will just jump at anything. Or like the Jack of Hearts, they're saying, where he will just jump into any relationship. Because he has grown. He's evolved. He's stepped into his own. But he's looking back at this relationship like, oh, what the hell did I do? How did I do that? She was the one, and I screwed it up really, really bad. Not just a little bit, like full speed, really effed that up so bad. Oh my God, what am I going to do? He's fearful there's not even any hope to fix it, when in fact there is. Because the vulture will make use of everything. What seems rotten and dead is in fact useful. It does in fact hold value. He thinks the relationship is totally dead. He will not have a shot. He's looking at it like, I really want to make it work, but I don't know. I don't even know if she'll talk to me. Like, what if I call her and she just starts taking the phone and click? What if she doesn't even answer the call? What if she just constantly ignores me? But they are giving him a lot of divine signs and synchronicities to show him that it's not dead, show him that it's not over, prove that to him. They're saying he's finally getting it. They're showing me they're like face palming. Like almost like they've had to give him so many signs. Like, for the love of God, could you just pick up the phone and call her already? How many times do we have to show you it's not dead, it's not over, she's the one? For the love of God, call her. Pick up the damn phone and call her. You've got her phone number. Do we need to guide you to her house? Do we need to have your cars slam into each other? Because is it not enough that you get to see her all the time, that we play songs that make you think of her all the time, that you overhear conversations where you hear her name all the time, where you pass people and you think that they're her? Because we are blasting you full force with signs that she's the one. She really is. And you still got a shot. It's not dead. It's not over. And in fact, miracles are going to come from the sadness and the heartbreak that the two of you have experienced. He's getting it. He's finally getting it. They're saying it has taken a long time. But he's finally getting it. He's still not picking up the phone, but he's finally starting to get it. He wants to move forward into this new relationship with you. You've got this Dolphin Spirit card. It's all about duality. It's about the silver linings, the blessings in disguise, joy coming from suffering. Going from the old into the new, going from what was wrong into what's right. He chose the wrong one. He chose the wrong relationship. He wants you to know he wants to now move into the right relationship. He wants to move forward with you. He wants to fix things with you. He wants to repair things with you. Because you are his star. Oh, okay. See if there's anything we didn't get yet. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords. This is you. You are the Queen of Swords. You have shut off your emotions toward him. And you have done that because, you see, she's standing there. I mean, she's poised if she has to do battle, but she doesn't want to do battle. She's ready if somebody brings it to her. But she's bringing her thoughts, her actions, her emotions, everything into balance. She wants the truth. He knows that you want the truth. She's like, I want the truth. That's what I need. Do you want me to put down my sword? I need you to give me the truth. Why? Why did you do this? And why did it take you so long to pick up the phone and call? You got the Devil card. Some of you, this is how you have seen him. For most of you, though, he feels that this is how you see him. You see him as the devil. Because, in fact, he did pursue his carnal desires. He was reckless. He was unbalanced. He jumped into relationships. He jumped into relationships simply based off his sexual desires. He jumped into a different relationship with zero consideration of you. It was all about him. He was blinded. For some, maybe he was lured. He was seduced into this relationship where he was lied to and deceived. And he went into it, jumped into it blind, thought he'd go for it, realized it's a disaster. He was in the frying pan, it was too late. And now he's like, okay, taking off the blindfold, breaking myself free of that. You got the Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man, difference between the Hanged Man and the Fool is the Hanged Man has grown. He has overcome challenges. He now knows who he wants, what he desires, and he's ready to go in that new direction. But that new direction isn't necessarily consistent of what others believe he should do, or what society believes, or the norm. So, you see all these chains have been broken. They've been broken from his wrists, from his ankle. He only has one final chain. So for some, he has like this final conclusion, ending with this relationship he has been in. Almost like they're not together and they're not seeing each other. They don't want to see each other, but he has not officially cut that, broken that chain officially for good. So he does need to do that. Now, he is hesitant to do that because he wants to come in your direction. He wants to fix things with you. He knows you're his star. You're his happiness. He wants to do that. He is terrified that you will not accept him. For some of you, the truth is going to hurt because he wasn't considering your feelings. He did just jump into something. And for some, he's kind of ashamed of what he's going to have to share. But all you want is the truth. Unbeknownst to him, you'll forgive him when you have the truth and you know what's going. And not just the truth as to what transpired, but also the truth about how he feels. See if there's anything we didn't get yet. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords. This is you. You are the Queen of Swords. You have shut off your emotions toward him. And you have done that because, you see, she's standing there. I mean, she's poised if she has to do battle, but she doesn't want to do battle. She's ready if somebody brings it to her. But she's bringing her thoughts, her actions, her emotions, everything into balance. She wants the truth. He knows that you want the truth. He doesn't know that the conversation is going to work out very well and in his favor. So that has him a little fearful. And it's that fear that has kept him from having the conversation with you. And for those of you that there is still some final link with this other person, it's that fear that has kept him stuck. But he wants to move forward with you. He wants to leave the past behind. He wants to have a new beginning with you. He wants to fix it. He wants to transcend it. He wants to have victory. He feels the connection with you. He loves you. He wants to profess that. He wants to declare how he feels. He wants to see how things are going to go. And for many of them, it's actually going to be going against, for some of them, it's like family. Like when the two of you were dating, seeing each other, talking to each other, it was like, for some it was family, it could have been mother, could have been friends, could have been somebody that was like family friends that had advised him, given him poor advice to not proceed forward with you. And for some, it was his own internal thinking that, okay, I've always been in this direction, I've always been in this relationship with her, I just need to stick, this is my norm, or my normal type, or, you know, oh my gosh, I can't be feeling those things so deep. Because this is a totally different relationship than what he's ever had. It's deeper than what he's ever had and experienced. But he wants it. He's ready. Now, Lexi, shh. So my neighbors are having a party. I'm about to head back over there when I finish your reading. I know, because like my horse is going to win. It's going to be amazing. So they are hearing them. So apologies for the mouthy dog. He's going to be calling any time. Yep. So you got the Tower, which is soon. Let's see if we get any. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so those of you in group 2, apparently they're not wanting to give you specifics because this card also means very soon. Okay, we're going to pull one last one. Okay. It's a little bit better. It's now. So, between now and soon. Now, and they're saying human soon, not their soon, because those of you that get guidance from the angels, their soon is a little different than our soon. They can say, oh, it's going to be happening very soon, darling. And like 2 years later. So theirs is different than ours. So they are saying it is, in fact, human soon. So, anytime from when you hear this to the very immediate future, he is going to reach out to you. Because since they have been blasting him with these signs, they're saying he's finally going to get it. He's finally going to get it. Oh, that's funny. So for those of you that are twins, you get a lot of guidance. You get a lot of guidance. Well, if you're twin flames, he gets a lot of guidance too. Surprise, surprise. He just hasn't taken action on it yet because of that fear. But he receives the guidance. And it's interesting, my grandfather had come through the other day and was talking about my twin. Because I guess he's seen me umpteen times, and Grandpa's getting frustrated because he's like, I want you to be happy. Your happiness is with him. His happiness is with you. He's getting sick and tired of waiting for the angels and God and universe and everyone to finally line it up so the two of you actually talk to each other when you see each other. Because I guess we have seen each other. He has seen me way more times than I've seen him. And Grandpa's like, he just is not calling. So you just call him. You call him. I'm like, no, Grandpa, I'm not calling him. He's got my phone number. He's the one that loved him. If you keep trying to give him signs, let him call me. But they're saying most of you are in a situation like that, where you are, in fact, twin flames. He is getting blasted by signs. They are giving him so many signs. Like, it was funny because my grandpa was explaining. He's like, how many times do they have to have him see you? He has seen you so many times. I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy because last I knew he didn't live in this area. Now they've told me otherwise, but it's like that for most of you. You don't even think he's in the area. He's seen, they're giving him tons of signs, and they're saying he's within hours of being there. Because he does recognize it. He does recognize the signs. He does recognize that they're trying to let him know he does not have anything to fear. And he is within hours and days going to be finally overcoming that fear and picking up the phone. So, and he'll realize it's not going to be as bad as he anticipates. They're saying he's really afraid it's going to be bad, but it's not. Okay. Last group, if you pick this lovely little Ohio-shaped piece of Sheelite with a blue dolomite, this is your stuff. Okay, so you have these 6 of Pentacles. At the bottom says generosity. You have the 4 of Swords, the Sun, the thinking man, orphaned, pig spirit. And at the bottom it says, use your mind wisely. Are you going to come back up, Miss Allie? Come on, baby. There you go. Good girl. Okay. So the generosity card, this is a card, you know, 6 Pentacles. It's, you know, about equal give and take. And then you got this guy. He's just taking a nap. He's like, I can't do any more. So he is taking a break right now. He's taking a time out to reflect, to regroup, to think about what it is that he desires, what he wants, what will make him happy, what his next steps are. He's deep in contemplation. And he is also recognizing, because this sun card, like you can see, it shows like the whole universe. It's all about the divine universe, things being divinely orchestrated. He is seeing the role that he has had in things. He is taking responsibility. He is acknowledging, oh, I did that. Okay. So he's acknowledging those things. And when we can acknowledge the things that we've done, be it the good, the bad, the ugly, then we can see, okay, well now what do I do from here? How do I fix it? How do I turn things around? Because I had a role in it. This didn't just happen to me. I caused this. or I caused this to not happen. So he is seeing these things. Part of the problem, though, is he does keep overthinking, over contemplating everything. He's way too much in his mind. He really needs to get out of his mind, they're saying, because he has himself paralyzed. Because sometimes, you know, it's always good for us to think things through. It's good for us to think things through, decide what we want, put our manifestations out there, look at what we did well, what we didn't do so well, and then put together our action steps, and then take the action steps. Okay, here's what I want. Here's what I missed. I missed the thing here. I missed this point. I did this really good, but you know, here's where I want to get to. So here's the things I'm going to need to fix. Here's the things I'm going to need to do in order to get there. And then we take action. But he's not taking action. He is now in his like 48th round of thinking things through again. And it's got him stuck. He is stuck because he cannot get out of his head. He is also extremely, very stubborn. Very stubborn. They're saying hard-headed. So it's taking some time for them to get him to just trust the divine plan, trust that everything's going to work out, and go with it. Stop fighting it. Because it's almost like he almost gets there. It's kind of similar to the second group. Where it's like they give him a bunch of signs. He almost gets there where he's going to take action. He's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going to work out. I'm not sure. Let me rethink it again. Let me go through that in my mind again. Meanwhile, he's left you in this cold state of feeling orphaned and alone. And for some, that's actually what he's so worried about, because some of you, you're in this state of thinking, yeah, right, he'll come back when pigs fly, which is interesting because the pig's got the wings on. Pig's ready to fly. Pig just can't get out of his head to start flying. That's the problem. Meanwhile, you're sitting here. You've gone through quite a bit of healing. If you see here, she was this big old snowman, but she has nearly completely melted. Yeah, she's almost completely melted. She's sitting there in a wedding gown. Could be some of you were left at the altar, but they're saying that might be one or two of you. But this is for 99% of you. It was a relationship. He just up and left. He disappeared. He ghosted you. He left you alone in the cold. He also left you in the dark. Like, what the heck is going on? Why did you do this? Where did you go? I don't understand. So he's looking back in your direction. He's wanting to fix it. But he just keeps going in circles, thinking, and thinking some more. Why can't he get out of his... Okay, let's find a little more information on him. Okay. So the good news is, in his thinking, so you've got the mask, the compass, and the fish. So in his thinking, he has had a complete change, a complete about face in the direction which he's going. In the past, he had gone in a direction opposite of you. Now he's going to be completely coming in a whole new direction into your direction, going to be putting his time, his effort, his money, his resources into you. The fish typically is about finances, but it's also anything that we value. In the past, he was putting his value in other things. Now, there could be a small number of you, because they are saying that this is love related. There could be, though, some of you that this is, you know, saying he's going in a completely new direction monetarily. Investing in a new career, a new business. Maybe some of you, because he was a workaholic, he gave everything he had to work, left you feeling out in the cold, and now he's like, okay, I'm going to change jobs because I need some work-life balance. Because this is making things not go so well at home any longer. And then for the rest of you, this is leaving a relationship he was with, coming in your direction, his true north, his destiny, where he is fated to be. And he's actually going to be putting effort in, they're saying. Because in the past, this is not a new person, this is someone that you know. In the past, he wasn't putting any effort forth. He was just like limp-wristing in, like, I'll give it the bare minimum. But now he's actually going to be putting his best effort forth. He's actually going to be trying. And you're going to be shocked when he does, because you're going to be like, who are you? Like, I like this. But who are you? Because the guy that was in your skin suit last time did not behave like this. And I am so glad that you have come back into this upgrade. I'm really glad this is working out well. But he has to get over the thinking. Let's see if there's any. Okay, so he's totally stuck in thinking. That's where he's at. So you've got this Two of Wands, making a decision, choosing between two ladies. Now again, it could be a tiny percentage choosing careers, but majority of you, two ladies. You got the World. So that's a good thing. He has concluded the relationship that he was in. He has concluded that cycle because you got this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, he's all nervous. He keeps going back and forth. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Build himself up. I got this. I can do it. I've been practicing. Okay, I'm gonna keep practicing some more. Okay, I need to think about what I'm gonna tell her. I need to think about what I'm gonna say. Okay, when I call her, okay, I should say this. Oh gosh, but what if she says this? Okay, maybe I should say this. So he has done a whole lot of spinning in his head over and over and over, and he's about to get divinely punt kicked in your direction to finally take some action. He no longer needs to think it through. It's almost like walking on eggshells. Like he is, because of things that have transpired in the past, he doesn't want, he wants to come in with his best foot forward. He wants to impress you. He wants to razzle you. He wants to dazzle you. He wants to wine you and dine you. He wants to prove his worth, prove his value. He wants to make it up to you. And he keeps thinking, how am I going to do that? And so he wants it to be perfect, but he needs to allow that perfectionism to fall away and just do something. When's he going to do something? It's still... They're saying, those of you that picked this one, they are having a little bit of a difficult time getting him to do something. They keep giving him signs that this is going to turn out well. It is the balanced relationship that he desires. It is equal effort. It is someone who is also his equal. So the relationship, so for those that they are leaving a relationship, they've had to prove to him that, you know, you are his equal, because he has dated below him. For some, he's dated above, so it made him feel less than. But they've had to show him that, you know, you are his equal. You're his other half. They've had to give him a lot of signs and encouragement to come in your direction. So I was asking, like, when? So I was asking, when is he going to call you? When is he going to, you know, reach out to you, physically reach out to you? Because if you are twins, you have telepathic communications, and he's already telepathically communicating with you, and he's intentionally tapping into your thoughts. You don't know that. Okay, so, surprise. He's tapping into your thoughts. But when is he physically going to? We've got the lilies, and this is winter. When you're looking at timing, we got the ship, but they're saying Easter lilies. For some of you, he did reach out to you around Easter. But it wasn't a phone call. It was just a quick... For some, it was like a text, but the text didn't go through. For others, it was almost like just a very quick email, and it had either gone into a spam folder, or you didn't see it. It got buried in all your messages. Or for some of you, they're saying, like, you read it, but you're like, okay, all he said is, hi, I hope you're having a great Easter. And you're like, okay, delete. What do you want me to say to that? Because it's like, you know, he's not even engaging in a conversation. He's not even asking, he didn't even pose a question. Because, you know, if you want to have a conversation with someone, you need to engage them. You need to pose a question. Because if you just make a comment, I hope you're doing well, you can't expect the person to send a response, because you're like, okay, they hope I'm doing well. All right, check that box. I'm doing great. Life's fantastic. But to engage a person, you have to say, hey, you know, how are you doing? How's your Easter? You know, I really hope you're doing well. I'd like to hear how things are going with you. You ask them questions. He didn't ask you questions. You're like, well, all right, I guess there's nothing to respond to with that. He was testing the waters. Now, for others of you, within the next few months, you will be hearing from him. So I know I'm hearing like some of you groan. Oh, they're also... he's encouraging you to release your fears. And then the angels are encouraging you to do that as well. Because for some of you, come here, baby girl. Okay. Lexi wants to join us. Come on. Come on. So for some of you, because you are so afraid, you're going to say hi. So for some of you, you are so afraid, sit down, baby girl, that he's going to show back up and leave you in the cold again. That you have your fears and worries are energetically keeping him blocked. So it's kind of like a mirroring. You're energetically afraid he's going to come back, he's going to do the same thing. Again, you're in this mindset of, yeah, right. He'll come and tell me the truth and do right when pigs fly. So energetically, you're blocking him from coming in your direction. And then you're seeing that mirror because energetically he's afraid to come in your direction because he's afraid he's not going to be able to make it right. He's not going to be able to fix things. You won't be receptive to him. So he's asking that you release your worries and fears because it's not going to be like it was in the past. And be open and receptive to allowing him to prove that to you when he comes in your direction. So I do hope that that helps all of you. I wish you all a lot of love, joy, and blessings. Have a great day.